we rank the 8 islands at Universal's Islands of Adventure. This is episode 487 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. It is me, Lee. I am back here again hosting, and I am joined by Tracy.
Hello everyone.
And Christopher.
Hey.
And Michelle.
Hello.
And as I said, I tasked all 4 of us to put the 8 Islands of Adventure islands in a list. 8 to 1. 1 being what you think is the best stroke your favourite, and number 8 being what you think is the worst stroke least favourite. I didn't want it to be which you think's the best or which is your favourite.
Yeah,
I wanted
just put them in order.
to tally the islands, taking everything into context for it. It could, the sights, the smells, the rides, the shows, your memories of it, the emotions, everything to rank the 8 islands in order. I then took each person's list, tallied them all together, and came up with a definitive list of what us hosts have the 8 islands in order, and we are going to go through that list. I will let you know where each person had each island on the list when it is appropriate. So we will begin with number 8, Tracy.
We will indeed. Number 8 is Skull Island.
Okay, Chris had this at number 8. Tracy had this at number 8.
Yes.
Okay.
So I want you two to tell me why it's so low down.
Because it's one thing.
And?
So it's kind of like what Tracy said. It's just the ride.
It's not a land.
It's
not really. It's the same way. What is it? Pluto was a planet, but then it was a star.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes.
Like whatever
that
the debacle was, that's the same thing here.
Yeah. It's not, I don't have hate for it or anything. It was just, this is how I categorized it. And it just didn't have enough of everything to be higher. So.
Now, not to take away from the ride,
No,
which I personally love.
Yep.
It's a great ride. But yeah, you can walk inside that land and turn your head, and by the time you turn back, you're out of the land already.
Exactly.
So, and the gift shop is a booth, a little cart.
Yes.
Okay. I like it.
You don't exit through the gift shop, you exit past the gift shop.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm glad I've got Chris for backup here.
Hey, I'm not judging anybody.
Much.
I get what your point is. I'm not going to tell you where I've got it on my list just yet.
Okay.
Michelle, any comments?
I agree that it's very small. I wish that it were bigger because the theming that is there is super cool.
Yes.
Especially at night.
Definitely.
Walking through that little 10 steps is phenomenal.
Oh, we are going to have a night tonight, aren't we?
Least face.
But like the torches, the facade of the ride, like they've really outdone themselves. It's beautiful there.
Yes.
So I do love it. I do love like how they've incorporated the food items there in the little, it's not a cart, but whatever, the little food stand. It relates to the ride itself with the Kong dog and
there we go.
and the banana slushy, so it's there is theming going on. It's not just a ride. It's cool.
Yeah.
I do wish it were bigger though.
Well, I'm not even going to go. There were so many that say there, I couldn't even do it. But I guess the general consensus here is size matters, right? Is that what we're saying?
Size definitely matters.
And it's so weird that the largest creature in all of the islands has the smallest land.
Yeah.
I love how the pause, the biggest... anyway.
Greatly appreciated that
I smell a Producers Club episode coming up with King Kong soon.
Yeah.
I kind of agree. I do agree with it. It is only a small... this is a small island, and they did arguably the best they could have done with such a small area.
Squeezed it in to where it fit best.
And that's what Universal does best, or one of the things they do best is getting those like little slivers of lands and making like something super cool.
Yep,
and
definitely.
They did a great job at doing that. However, in comparison to other lands, if we're ranking lands based on a lot of things, there's not much land to rank here. So, nobody spends time in Skull Island, right? They just go to ride the ride and they leave. Whereas if you go to another area, if you go to, Lost Continent, you'll probably spend more time there, even though there's not much to do there, but there's shops and it's cool scenery. You got the lagoon in the back. You got Mythos.
Go on, you're spoiling things now. We haven't got to that point yet.
Well, but even though it's the smallest, it still packs a lot of bang in that little package. Like,
Jesus.
So it's not the size; it's what you do with it.
It does. Like sometimes they have the scare actors in the line. The queue is brilliant. It's beautiful with that witch doctor lady, whatever you want to call her.
Gladys.
Yeah, the outside portion's awesome.
Yeah, it's really I make it a point to ride that ride every time I go. I love it a lot. The Kong himself, the animatronic is crazy incredible. Yeah. So even though there are larger lands such as next door at Toon Lagoon, I never ride anything at Toon Lagoon, even though it's huge. I literally just speed through that land like it doesn't even exist. But here's Kong, here's Skull Island, and I make it a point to go to that. So it's not always about size. Yeah. But you know what I mean?
Sometimes it is.
I think I said Kong was the ride we rode the most when we came over in 2020.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a good one.
Moving on to number 7. Michelle had Skull Island Reign of Kong at number 7, by the way. So it wasn't a million miles away from Chris and Tracy.
No.
You notice I didn't say where I've put it just yet. So moving on to number 7, Chris.
Number 7, we have ranked as the Lost Continent.
I had this as my number 8.
Oh.
Chris had it as his number 7. And I will leave it at that.
I am all-knowing.
This land is a shadow of its former self, even more so at the moment because Poseidon's Fury's not open. There is no reason at all to go in there unless you are heading out of the park that way or dining at Mythos.
Fountain?
But are you going to go there specifically for that? It's the only attraction in that land at this point.
Yeah, it's a walk-through land. I mean, you're not really stopping for much. I mean, honestly, we sometimes like stopping and just kind of looking around like the shops because they have like all that weird random stuff. Like we always say we want to do a coin one day.
That is not there anymore.
Oh, guess we're not doing a coin.
Yeah,
they removed it as of a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, well, there goes that. I mean, you spend a lot of time in there when you're waiting in the queue for Hagrid, so that kind of counts, no?
I don't know. It's still pretty though. Like
entering
it from Seuss Landing, and the torches, and then you got Mythos, and then even though Poseidon's Fury is not an attraction, at least functional one anymore, the facade is still gorgeous.
Yes, it is.
And then they have really good food options in there.
Yeah.
So when you combine so we're not just factoring these 8-to-1 based on rides. If you factor in all of these different aspects of it, I don't know. I don't think it's a number 8 attraction. I think it's still beautiful and it's a bottom of the rung for sure, but I think it still has a little bit of value.
Michelle just completely called me out for having it at number 8 on my list.
No, but I mean, to Lee's point, there's not a single ride in there.
No, there never has been.
But then again, there is no ride in Port of Entry, and I won't say anything else at that.
Yeah.
There's going to be some interesting conversations.
I must admit, because I can't remember my list, I am actually wondering what on earth beat this. I'm confused. I've confused myself because...
What do you mean, what beat it?
Well, I don't have this at number 7. So what did I think was worse than this?
Well, Skull Island.
Yeah, but what have I got in number 7? I can't remember my list. That's what I'm saying. I don't even know where this is on my list.
Okay.
It's probably number 1 knowing me. Yeah. This is...
I was the only one that had it at 7?
Yeah, and I had it at 8.
Okay.
It is a tough one, though, because as a land, it is beautiful.
Yeah.
But I think its days are numbered. I think the fact that Poseidon's Fury is the only attraction... I'm going to date this now because this isn't coming out till Christmas. It may well be open at this point. Who the hell knows?
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, we're recording this way in advance. It could be open. I don't think it will. I think, and if it doesn't, that is the final nail in the coffin for the Lost Continent. Yeah, it's sad that it has that much promise, and it's just sadly been stripped away piece by piece over the last 5 years or so.
Yeah.
Time to expand Wizarding World.
No, I disagree. I'd like to see them do something else with it rather than just expand Harry. And I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, but I don't want it to become the Harry Potter park.
It's like it's kind of like the original Islands of Adventure.
Yeah.
Like with Merlin.
Yeah.
And
Merlin
like I have fond memories. I have like pictures with that statue that you see when you enter the land, that little...
The Griffin.
I don't even know what you
thing.
would call that. Yeah, like that. Like I just have fond memories. Like that was so cool for me seeing this giant thing. So it would kind of suck if they completely got rid of all that, because it is kind of like, to me, OG Islands of Adventure.
I was really sad when they got rid of the Enchanted Oak. I mean, I know why, because obviously it was in the way, but that was so cool.
It's also interesting when you think the Lost Continent is, other than port of entry, the only land at the resort that's not specifically based on an IP.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But with that being said, I mean, I am extremely thankful for the Wizarding World and having it cut some out there. But yeah, keep something around.
Yeah.
But Hogsmeade is so crowded. It's so tiny for the amount of crowds that it draws. And, I mean, Wizarding World saved Universal, basically. It's what put them on the map, and put them in the running with Disney. So I don't see them slowing down that expansion anytime soon.
I don't think they'll go that way with it. I think the next Harry Potter you'll see will be an Epic Universe.
Epic Universe.
Yeah.
Well, we know they can't take away Mythos, because that's like the best #1 theme park restaurant in the world, isn't it?
But it's not.
As
if you
per
actually have a
TripAdvisor.
look, it's not TripAdvisor. Actually, it's not TripAdvisor, because funnily enough, Michelle, you and I will be talking to the man that voted that best theme park restaurant 5 years in a row, because it was Robert Niles from Theme Park Insider.
Okay.
And that's
it
who's
was
joining us at the
Islands.
weekend.
That's #1 theme park on TripAdvisor. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It's also weird. But yeah.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens with it in the end. But moving on to number 6, which funnily enough is where Michelle and Tracy both had the Lost Continent. At number 6. Wow.
Number 6 is Toon Lagoon.
Ooh, I'm going to win some.
Chris,
is that where you had your number 6 too?
Yes. Chris had it at number 6. Michelle had it at number 8. And Tracy, you wanted to know what you had below Lost Continent? That would be Toon Lagoon.
Okay, that makes sense.
I will refrain from commenting on where I had it just now.
Toon Lagoon is just so incredibly outdated to me. It's just so outdated. Like, hardly anybody knows what these characters are anymore.
Especially if you're British.
And it's such a large footprint.
It's a huge footprint.
It's huge. It's probably like the biggest land in studios. And it just seems like it's just a walkthrough. Hardly anybody is ever stopping there to do anything substantial, I don't know. Are
really
the rides, do those
rides.
rides even have long lines? Because I don't know. I don't even go on that.
I've queued
extremely long lines during the summertime.
An hour for Dudley Do-Right before, and not even at a busy time.
Yeah.
When we went last year during the summertime, it was it last year or the year before? Maybe it was the year before, 2019. It was basically 2 hours almost for that ride.
Yeah.
Well, I could see that in the summer.
I mean, blazing hot summer, yeah.
I do like round Bishop the Olive and then down like Lagoon side as well. It's really peaceful down there.
And you also have a lot of photo spots there too.
Yeah.
Yes, the speech bubbles are awesome. Yeah, everyone does that. They're cool.
And when it's open, Wimpy Burgers are actually really good.
Yeah.
See, I agree with Michelle that it's very outdated, obviously. I mean, it's kind of outdated when they made it too.
It was, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
It was already old cartoons.
Yeah.
But even though it's not current, it still brings a certain kind of life into the park that it almost feels like, you're in a cartoon world, which is what you're trying to do. Not as awesome as it would be like a Looney Tunes or something like that, but It still has a lot of colorful stuff going on for it. Obviously, it's like the water ride central area there for the park. And I think there's enough stuff to do there to hang out there for a little bit.
Also, it's a nostalgia thing as well. And it's also opening the park up to the older generations because they'll remember them probably better than
Yeah, but they're not going to
us.
go on the water rides, are they?
No,
Chris's
but
dad does.
Well,
Yeah.
as I said, some will, some won't. It's like every age group.
Yeah.
But
I think everybody knows
like-
Popeye.
Well,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
restaurants are hardly ever open, at least the times that I've been there.
'cause they're
There's
crap.
hardly anything that's open over there. The only thing I ever stopped there to do is go to the Betty Boop store to get my mother-in-law a present for watching my dog while I'm on vacation.
Aw.
That's
Well,
it.
the comic strip cafe, which I haven't eaten there in years, so I could be completely off, but like that's a pretty cool place because it has a lot of selection there.
Nothing over there has literally ever been open on the times that I've tried
I'll take
to
your
eat
word
there.
for it because I don't even think I've ever been in it.
I've been into Blondie's early afternoon and been told it was closed.
Yeah.
I have
It's
no idea.
yeah. If the comic strip cafe did have like options at some point, like it had like American food. I think it had some Asian food, some Italian.
Yes, that rings a
Yeah,
bell.
it was cool. It was nice because you can take the whole family there and everybody can eat whatever they want
Yeah.
because you have every single option there. But maybe I just haven't been there because it just hasn't been open in years.
Yeah. I think from my perspective, I love the energy that Toon Lagoon has. Like with all the sort of water sprays and stuff going through it, it has an energy that I don't think any other land in the park has. If you're a family with little kids, what little kids do not love running through puddles and fountains and all the rest of it? Like the kids have a blast in there.
Yeah, the small kids do enjoy that area. I do see a lot of families there taking breaks with their little babies and
Yeah.
stuff.
And I honestly have spent way too many hours, and I've said this before,
Yeah.
on the little water cannons.
Yeah.
Like I literally like an hour there just sitting spraying people, which is fun.
I just think it's time for it to go. And they have a huge stadium there,
Yes,
show
they do.
stadium that never gets used for anything.
Yeah. That's a really large footprint now that you say that.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
It's
huge.
huge.
That's where we saw Bill and Ted for the first time
Yep.
in there. But I still, you still got to look at the land as whether you ride water rides or not. I don't even think it's up for debate. If you got two of the best water rides in Orlando, like Dudley Do Right,
That drop's
the
amazing.
theming isn't as good as it should be,
No.
but the ride
There's
is
no
awesome.
theming.
There
None.
isn't. Yes, there is.
There's half
Oh,
a
no,
story.
there's
Yes,
not.
there is.
The theming on the ride or the queue? Because the queue kind of sucks.
Yeah, the queue's
the
horrendous.
queue is just standing under the what do you call them? The waterways, getting dripped on.
until
that's
you get in the
most of it.
inside portion. There's like some little animatronic heads and stuff. But
Even the queue in Popeyes is terrible
it is. But the ride
because you're in the
is
sun. Yeah,
phenomenal.
but the
Yeah.
ride makes up for it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think this was always going to be low down on the list. I think I'm genuine, even though I know where I've
The
put it
thing
on
is,
the
I
list.
don't think it's a best to worst. It's just having to. You've made us rank them, so we've had to.
Yeah, there's no bad
Yeah, this
land.
was a terrible list to rank, by the way. I hated doing this one.
Yeah.
It was tough.
Yeah.
Choose
I don't
our
want to say
favourite
Kong is the
children.
worst, but,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, okay, moving on to number 5, which funnily enough is where I had Toon Lagoon, by the way. 5. And I'm even looking at it now thinking, why the hell did I put it there? But I think I'll go with what I said. Number 5 is Port of Entry.
What? Right, that's it. I quit.
I
wow.
am going to get stabbed in my sleep in a minute. I
Oh,
had
don't even. You might not even get to sleep.
She'll do it
just be
while
now.
you're awake.
I had Port of Entry at number 7.
Wow.
Stabbing's too good for you.
And the reason I had Port of Entry at number 7, I adore Port of Entry.
Do you?
It is
Doesn't sound like it.
stunning to look at, but that's it. It is the entrance to the park. And other than walking through it to go in and walking out of it to go home, we don't spend any time in it. For how much you adore it, we never spend any time in it. I spend more time in Toon Lagoon. So for that reason is why
I've been there by myself.
I had to put it, waiting for me because you made me run all the way back to the car in the parking lot to put our Spider-Man photo in the car.
I've spent a lot of time taking photos.
Oh my god.
Lee, it's called alone time. She wanted some alone time.
Can't even get rid of him on holiday. God.
I love Port of Entry. Like,
No,
how
you
could you
don't.
not? It's gorgeous. But if I'm ranking the land, taking everything into consideration, this can't be that high up on my list. Who are you? Sorry.
But it's not all about attractions, right? So taking into account nostalgia, taking into account the sounds, the smells,
Not being killed in your sleep by your wife.
yeah, the excitement, like walking in to the port of entry and seeing let the adventure begin.
Are we
It's a
including
whole
the
thing.
lighthouse in Port of Entry?
I wouldn't class it
No,
as
I
Port of
wouldn't.
Entry.
Okay, because I kind of did.
But I was going to say, but it should be. 'Cause it's part
There's
of
awesome
the story.
shops there.
There's
Great
stories.
food options. Yeah.
There's a great bar right when you enter on the right. Then you also have that lagoon area, which I think is a smoker section, but
Yeah.
you know, got that nice view.
And a submarine.
And a submarine.
And a submarine.
Yeah.
Interesting. I knew I'd get some crap for that.
I haven't even started. Wait till we're off air. My God.
You don't know where Chris and Michelle have got it yet.
I don't have to live with them.
You don't have to live with me.
Lee, you're making it worse for yourself.
Empty.
I'm not. I'm just going all in at this point because it doesn't
Give me the
make
shovel,
any
my friend.
difference.
Yeah, give me the shovel first.
Right, so before we move into the ad break, we will count down our lists. At number 8, we had Skull Island. I nearly said Reign of Kong there. That's how that says it all, really,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
At number 7, The Lost Continent. At number 6, Toon Lagoon. And at number 5, Port of Entry. And we will take a quick ad break to hear from Mouse Muggle, and we'll be back to do our 4 to 1.
Have you taken a stroll down Diagon Alley and visited Gringotts Bank? Taken a ride through New York with Jimmy Fallon? Visited the Truffula Trees in Seuss Landing or hung out with a real-life Transformer? No? Then what are you waiting for? At Universal Orlando Resort, there truly is an option for everyone. Or if you're leaning a little more towards pixie dust rather than wands and potions, Disney destinations around the globe await your arrival. No matter the adventure, our sponsors have you covered. Be sure to let the experts at Mouse & Muggle Travel Company take care of all your travel needs, earning the distinction of being an earmarked agency specializing in Disney destinations, as well as becoming one of the first to be named a U Preferred agency with Universal Parks and Resorts Vacations. Mouse & Muggle Travel Company will ensure you receive top-rated customer service. Just visit mouseandmuggle.com to fill out a no-obligation quote request, or send your request to info@mouseandmuggle.com. Their team can take care of you no matter where in the world you want to go. With a flick of their wand and a little bit of pixie dust, the process will be so seamless, some might even say it's simply magical.
Welcome back, everyone. We are ranking the Islands of Adventure Islands from number 8 to number 1, and we will move into number 4. But before we get into number 4, I would like to say that's where Chris and Michelle both had Port of Entry at number 4.
That's decent.
Yeah, I
I
think
think that's a fair place for it to be.
yeah. Take away the backwater bar and it goes down the list. So
Tracy,
Sorry,
number
Tracy.
4.
I'm still hurting.
I don't care. Get on
I'm
with it.
hurting at this one as well. Seuss Landing.
Okay.
Ah,
I had this one at number 4. Chris had it at number 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't hurt as much as Port of Entry. But, yeah. Okay. I'm glad it's not, like, lower. Because I did think that it might have been, but...
It's interesting. It was interesting tallying all these together to get like a definitive list rather than
Yeah.
us all doing our 8 to 1 and going through that.
Yeah.
Actually collating it together into a sort of this is what we all think put together. And,
Collectively.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
Seuss Landing.
that's not high enough. Like that's not good enough. I think Seuss has a lot to offer. Even if I'm not Seuss obsessed like Tracy,
Yeah.
Seuss Landing has a lot going on. There's a lot of rides.
Yep.
There's shows. There's tons of food options. There's holidays. Christmas in Seuss Landing is like
thought
my
about
favorite
that.
thing ever, next to Halloween Horror Nights. There's a lot going on there for it to be number 4.
There's corners to explore and, there's
I think 4
Tales
is
of Morality.
fine.
Yeah, I think
You
4.
would. You
'Cause,
had it 5.
You have 2 rides.
3.
No.
3. There's 3
Three.
rides. 4 rides.
Oh, well, 4 if you count the carousel.
Wait, what do we talk? So we got
Carousel,
the
High in the Sky, Cat in the
Uh-huh.
Hat, and One Fish, Two Fish.
I always forget about. Okay,
Yeah, it's actually got probably more rides than I think there's only 2 other lands that will have the same or more.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, actually.
I mean geared more towards kids.
And I think that's a big thing for it.
Yeah.
The same how you lambast Toon Lagoon if you're not, like Michelle put it low down because she's not a water ride rider. So she would rank it low because
Right.
it's not
Yeah.
somewhere she's going to spend time in. The same where someone would rank Zeus Landing low down if they haven't got little kids or aren't into the source material.
Yes.
Well, that being said, though, like we ride Cat and Hat every time we go,
Of course.
and we try to ride the trolley. It's
Yeah.
usually really like long waits,
Yeah.
so
Me
we'll
too.
sometimes skip it. But those are 2 rides we really like enjoying.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to land for that, but maybe that's why it's kind of hanging around that position. But Michelle's right. I mean, one of the things that I think about when I think about Zeus Landing is Christmas time, and I think of the show that they put on with the Grinch. I think of the Who's that walk around and the lights and all that stuff. So that's the draw for me on Zeus Landing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Grinch breakfast
Yeah.
and all of the
I got
really
it.
cool, unique food items that are there with like the green eggs and ham and the moose goose, whatever
Moose
juice.
juice. Moose juice.
Goose juice, goose juice.
Goose
and
moose.
Like you
giant
can get
cotton
unique
candy.
items
Not there
there.
anymore.
Oh, no.
The cotton candy.
Yeah, it's not
Damn
there
it.
anymore.
Okay.
Did it all melt?
Yeah. Well, and like you said about Toon Lagoon, Lee, how there's an energy there. Seuss has way more energy, I think, than
Very
Toon
kinetic.
Lagoon.
See, I
way
disagree.
more.
Only during Christmas time. I think
No.
outside of Christmas time, I don't get that same feeling
Yeah,
in,
I would-
in Zeus
Oh,
Landing.
I
don't-
totally do.
And don't forget, it has the exact centre. And where ground was broken, so it has a historical thing.
Yeah, but how many people know that?
Everybody now, if they listen to me.
Come to a weekender, you'll find that
Yeah.
out.
Again, I love Zeus Landing. I agree with Chris. I think 4, knowing what's left on this list, I think 4 is a pretty decent
Yeah.
spot for Zeus Landing. The 4 rides are actually really good. Now, knowing that I don't generally ride spinners, but I will ride the carousel. So we had such a blast doing that impromptu ride
That
at
was
the
so
weekend,
much
and it was
fun.
brilliant.
Yes.
Cat in the Hat could really do with a refurb, but I do like it. Even One Fish, Two Fish, I'm thinking now, oh my God, I haven't been on that for so long. Food options are lacking a little bit. Circus McGurkus is
It's always been awful.
horrendous. It's one of those lands as well, and I'm not knocking it because of it, but just because of how bright it is, being in Florida, they have to be on it all the time, otherwise it fades and it looks bad. They've got to be constantly painting those, especially the sidewalks and the buildings and stuff. Like obviously for foot traffic through it, and then the Florida sun on it. But it is a cool land, and I would think number 4 is the ideal spot for it.
Boo. Disagree.
You would.
I need to see what comes above it.
Moving on to number 3, Christopher.
Number 3 is, I don't agree with this, Jurassic Park.
Funnily enough, number 3 is where Tracy had Zeus Landing.
Wow.
I haven't said where Michelle has it just yet. Number 3, I had Jurassic Park at number 3. Michelle had it at number 5. Tracy had it at number 4. Bearing in mind that I know the 3 that have ranked this lower than the other person have not been there since Velocicoasters opened.
Yeah.
And I think that definitely plays into it because I've tried to take into consideration of what I've seen and what I've heard about how much Velocicoaster impacts that land. Because if you'd have asked me this list 5 years ago, it probably would have been down at 6 or 7, maybe even 8.
Yeah.
Because before that, there was the River Adventure again, like Michelle, kind of going off the back of Michelle. It's like if you're not riding water rides, then you're not going to go into that land. It's a thoroughfare from Toon Lagoon through to, well, you could say Toon Lagoon and Jurassic Park are a thoroughfare from Marvel through to Hogsmeade at that point. But having watched a ton of videos and stuff on it, now it's the land it always should have been.
Well, and I think that I will someday rank it up pretty dang close to Hogsmeade if it has the whole Jurassic World makeover.
Agreed.
It's gonna be close to Wizarding World for me. But right now, as is, even with Velocicoaster, although I haven't been there, so I guess that's not a fair opinion to make right now. But
you've seen it. You've been there when it's been testing and stuff.
I have, but there were still a lot of construction walls up, so I don't know what the aesthetic is quite like yet. Right now, my memory is trees and walls. Trees and walls.
Yep.
So
that's Jurassic Park.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Where did I have this?
You had it at number 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
That's fair.
I know it'll change on your guys' list once you go there, because it really does change the entire look of that area. Just one ride alone.
I'll be honest.
Incredible what one ride could do.
Trying to remember what I had on my list. I actually expected this to be higher.
Really?
Yeah, but I can't remember what I put. And obviously, these lists change according to your moods.
Well, yeah, of course. It's completely different. But yeah, like I say, 5 years ago, I'd have put this way down.
Really?
Way
it's always
down.
been one of my upper.
And I know, and I don't
ones.
understand why you've always liked it as a land, because
I keep explaining because it's green and it's refreshing and it's calm. And when I need moments of calm when I'm in a bustling park and I get overwhelmed. I walk in there, it can be busy as hell, but I can look up and see green. It smells fresh, it smells different, and it calms me. That's why I like it so much.
Chris, are you going to tell Tracy that that's all gone now?
It's a concrete jungle. No, I mean, what's cool about that area is you also have a ride for everyone. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes.
You have Pteranodon flyers, right, Lee?
Yes.
For kids, you have a water ride, which is pretty family friendly.
Yeah.
You have a thrill ride.
That is a really great point.
You have a show, which is the Raptor Encounter. And you have Camp Jurassic when you want to try to lose one of your kids. I mean, you have literally something for everybody there.
And some pretty decent food options. It's quite varied.
That is a really good point. Wow, yes. It is a land that literally fits everyone in the family.
Yeah. And 2 eating options or dining options over there with plenty of seating.
Yep.
3 if you count like
Pizza Predatoria.
Yeah, Pizza Predatoria.
Oh, well, like kind of restaurant indoor, because Pizza Predatoria is only like outside seating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Thunder Falls Terrace is really good from the brief bits we've had in there. It's really good.
And choices of churros.
Yeah. And drinks options if you're in
watering hole.
Yeah, and drinks options if you're into that. And even they've got like the Jurassic World IPA, so they've even got a custom drink for over there.
Yes.
Look at that.
Interesting,
The
yes.
land that has it all.
It really does. Okay. Moving on to number 2, Michelle.
Number 2 is Marvel Superhero Island.
Right. So I had this at number 2. Tracy had this at number 5.
That high?
Oh, wow.
That high? Chris and Michelle both had it at number 3. At number 2, Michelle had Zeus Landing on her list at number 2. She's just sucking up.
Higher than I did.
She's just sucking up.
I know.
Whoa.
I really, really, really love Zeus Landing. I really do.
More than me, apparently.
Apparently so.
Well, it looks like you got to get your sleeve.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love it that much.
Well, imagine if we all had to get a sleeve, though, number 1. What's mine? I don't know.
I'll stick with the Niffler on my back.
Yeah.
I think if you look at Marvel Superhero Island, when you first went to Islands of Adventure for the first time, Marvel was the land you walked into. More than likely, the first land you ventured into at Islands of Adventure on that first trip. And I know it was for us. Mm-hmm. And riding the Hulk and then riding Spider-Man straight after it and just being completely blown away by a theme park that was above and beyond anything we'd ever been to before. Spider-Man left me speechless. I literally came off it going, what the hell have I just experienced? Like, because at that point, we'd done nothing like that. There was nothing over here that could...
I still don't think there is.
...compare to anything like Spider-Man at the time. And it's still held in regard as one of the greatest theme park attractions in the world. 22 years later.
However, for me, that's the only ride I do. Well, that I rate.
True.
For me, it was the Hulk.
Yeah.
I mean, as I think I was like in high school or middle school, I forgot when it opened, but all you want is these thrill rides, and the Hulk provided that. Like, it was an amazing ride. It is still a great ride. So yeah, I mean, that land, plus it's Marvel. I mean, again, growing up with that era of Marvel, it's just great to see that nostalgic kind of feel in the park. But yeah, I think it deserves to be high on the list.
Me too, but I still
DC
love.
girl.
You know what I mean. We've talked about kinetic energy in the parks. Sorry, Michelle, I will give you a chance.
It's okay.
Marvel has it in spades. That soundtrack is thumping walking through that land at dusk, just as the sun starts to go down and all that neon starts to show up, is awesome. And then at night, it's a stunning land. Like, I will never ride Stormforce Accelatron, ever.
Not with me, anywhere.
No, ever. With anybody. I love Spider-Man, although I do prefer Transformers. I like Doctor Doom. I just don't ride it that much because the wait time for it's usually horrendously long, even when there's no one there. And I can't wait to get back on the Hulk again. The food options are kind of bland, but it's a land that you've got Doom Alley. It's like it's got bits off to go and explore as well, like going down to the entrance to Doctor Doom. There's that whole area there with tons of references. There's Easter eggs. We did a whole episode on it with our friend Daryl not that long ago on Marvel Superhero. The references to the comic books, stuff that unless you're a proper comic fan, you won't even know. There are tons in that land. It is a quintessential Marvel land before the MCU. Like, what people think Marvel is now is completely different to what that is, because when that was built, there was no such thing as the MCU. I just think it's a land we spend a lot of time in, and rightly so.
Yeah. And I think that is probably why I ranked Seuss higher than Marvel, personally, because I tend 9 times out of 10 when I enter islands, I go right instead of left. I go to Seuss Landing first.
So I'll agree with that, Michelle, right? But is that because you're heading round? Is that you will head to Seuss Landing because you're working your way around to Hogsmeade?
No, not all the time. I like Seuss Landing, so a lot of times we'll hit those rides first. Seuss just gets me in this giddy, childish mood, right?
Okay.
So I show up to that land, I get, silly and, happy, and it just puts me in this mindset of like, I'm a kid at a theme park. Marvel, like, I'm not a comic book girl, and Marvel Superhero Island, like you said, is based more on the comic books. If it were the Marvel universe that we know today, I might have a different opinion, because that is what I know Marvel as.
Exactly.
So the comic stuff doesn't get me. I do love Spider-Man. I do love Hulk. But other than that land is sometimes a bit overwhelming to me, because it is so much. Yeah. It is so busy. So sometimes that one's just a little much for me. So.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. If you're not into the comic books, I don't think that you'll understand.
But do you need to understand
what all's going around you?
I don't think you need to understand to appreciate it. How many people have walked into the wizarding world, never reading the books, never watching the movies, and fallen in love with that? I know it's not quite the same, but you don't.
Yeah.
No. I mean,
but you don't appreciate it. Like all of the theming and stuff that's just outside of when you're walking through the streets, you don't appreciate it. You appreciate the rides, of course, but I don't know. It's not the same.
See, I like the area, but it just doesn't do it for me.
Number 5, though. Right.
You're right. I give you, the music, that kinetic energy from the music. It fires you up.
Oh, first thing on a morning,
it is like walking onto the pages of a comic book.
It's awesome. First thing on a morning when you walk into Marvel Superhero Island and you're pumped because it's the first thing you've done in the morning.
It has its own smell as well, that land. But for me, I think because I will ride the Hulk again, but that probably will be the last time I ride it from what I'm hearing, because I physically can't ride that. Stormforce Accelatron, I go on really with Jade.
I don't think she'll go on it.
Yeah, I go on it with Krista.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I don't do Doctor Doom, but I love Spider-Man. That's one of my favourite rides on property.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, yeah, it's not. But that's my choice, Mister.
Yep.
How low is
This
part
is
of-
exactly why I did
You know,
this list as an amalgamation, not where we all have them.
You didn't hear me giving you over port of entry.
I did. Right,
Imagined
before we move on to the number one, which, if you've been paying
Happy for there
attention,
already.
everyone knows what it is. I know we seem to rattle through this pretty quickly. We'll count down from 8 to 1. So 8 was Skull Island, 7 was Lost Continent, number 6 was Toon Lagoon, number 5 was Port of Entry, number 4 was Zeus Landing, number 3 was Jurassic Park, number 2 was Marvel Superhero Island, which leaves number 1, as you've been paying attention, you will know, is the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Hogsmeade, where Michelle and I both had it at number 1. Chris had it at number 2. Tracy had it at number 2. So for those wanting to know what Chris and Tracy had at number 1, Chris had Jurassic Park at number 1,
Wow.
and Tracy had Port of Entry at number 1.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
It does me because,
Really?
if anyone knows, you'd go, yeah, Zeus Landing. If I was going to pick, if you said to me, I haven't picked Hogsmeade as number 1, I go, all right, then you've put Zeus Landing there. I would never have thought you would put Port of Entry as your best stroke favourite island at Islands of Adventure.
Proves it's not all about rides.
Oh, it proves it's not about rides
Huh?
or anything,
It's about emotional connection.
which is why I've got
It's not about size, Lee. It's not about the ride. It's about the emotions.
I don't understand anybody who wouldn't put Hogsmeade. It is, as far as the islands at Islands of Adventure, it is the perfect land. And now take out the fact that I am a huge Harry Potter fan. It is the most well-themed island at Islands of Adventure.
Oh, yeah.
Literally leaning on everything that Harry Potter has to offer. We've spent a crap ton of time in that land and probably still not seen half the little nods and details and stuff that are in there. If you get the chance to, as we have, to walk through that island at night when there's barely anybody in it,
Closing the park out.
the stuff that you can hear that you will never hear during the normal day. Like, I would love to just get an hour in that land on my own with nobody there, with everything working, because the sounds, the voices coming from the buildings, just it's phenomenal. And then throw in Hagrid's that just expanded that land and themed the rest of it out even more. It's perfect, and everyone knows
It is perfect.
it is. I love Hogsmeade more than I like Diagon Alley, and I know I look at Diagon Alley and go, yeah, they took what they did with Hogsmeade and just completely upped it a notch, because when you're in Diagon Alley, you can't see anything else, and Hogsmeade suffers because of where it is, but I still think it is perfect.
Almost.
Yeah, I mean, I love the movies. I haven't read the books,
I know.
so. But I don't know. I had to rank Jurassic Park a little higher just because I was kind of going down the list of everything and kind of doing comparisons. And I love Hagrid's, but I prefer Velocicoaster over it. I will give, Hogsmeade the theming elements at a higher ranking than Jurassic Park, just because, they obviously did a lot more work over there. But I don't know, for me, maybe it was the thrill of having just gone to Velocicoaster and everything over there and seeing that land as a completely different land almost this time around. That's why I ranked it higher. But it's also it was very, very tough to even put that over, Hogsmeade, because it's Hogsmeade. It's Harry Potter. Everybody loves that land. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Michelle already said, it's what put Universal on the map.
Yeah.
And that's not why I've put it there.
Yeah. Plus, you also have the food options over there, and just butterbeer.
Yeah.
For me, Hogsmeade is incredible. I was lucky enough to get to see it during one of the celebrations of Harry Potter. I had that special premium package deal.
Okay.
Where after the opening ceremonies, we got like 2 hours in Hogsmeade. And it was like you said, Lee, how you wish that you could see it empty.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. Completely empty. And it was gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. And we could walk through, we could do all the rides as often as we want, like over and over again without even getting off. It was incredible. The amount of detail that they put into that park, to that land, is incredible. It's just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Tracy doesn't sound convinced.
No, I do. There's a reason why there's reasons why I ranked Port of Entry higher.
Like, I get why Chris did it with Jurassic Park, but Port of Entry is a strange one to put above Hogsmeade.
It is.
Potentially it's because of the writer in me. All the other stories have been told, whereas Port of Entries haven't. But there's a story. Every single building is a story. Every single building has a backstory and a tale, but nobody knows them. There should be a series of books.
I know, I wish they'd do more of the backstory and stuff.
But this is something that, just as a writing exercise for myself, I've actually started writing tales of Port of Entry. And for me, in my head, knowing stuff and having dug a little deeper, I know what some of the backstories are. So I've started interweaving them, and it's actually very rich. And there's a lot. It's educational as well in there, because it's not just this colourful place. It's a trading post. And as I say, it's probably the writer side of me, but that land brings me more life, just marginally so, than the Wizarding World. Because I do love the Wizarding World. You know I do.
I know.
I don't get the chance to spend enough time in Port of Entry, because it's always, we'll come back because somebody else is always in a hurry. We spend most time in the Wizarding World because that's somebody's happy place. And I always get promised we'll come back and spend time here, and then we run out of time. But I let him get away with it because it's Harry Potter. Where's that shovel?
I don't care.
That's my reason. It's possibly because it was the first place I experienced.
Yeah.
And the music, and we know the history of that music, and there's so much to see, and there's gags in there, and I'm not apologising. I love that place.
Go on, you're still wrong, but okay.
Like she said, it's her emotional connection to it.
Yeah, it's really strong.
So yes, the overall list of Islands of Adventure Islands by the UUOP co-hosts is Skull Island at 8, Lost Continent 7, Toon Lagoon at 6, Port of Entry at 5, Zeus Landing at 4, Jurassic Park at 3, Marvel Superhero Island at 2, and Hogsmeade at 1. To be fair, Marvel and Jurassic Park could have switched round. They both got the same amount of points. I can't remember how I worked out which one. I think one got more higher votes than the other, so I did them that way around. Because Jurassic Park had 1, 3, 5, 4, and Marvel had like 3, 2, 3, 5. So I think overall it kind of had higher votes, so I did it that way around. So they could have been interchangeable, and then Hogsmeade at number 1. I think as a list overall between the four of us, I think that's a pretty decent list.
I don't disagree.
I'm going to give a chance for the listeners to get involved in a minute, because I want to do a much bigger list at this point. Oof. But I do want to go through where we had them all. So, I had Lost Continent 8, Port of Entry at 7, Skull Island at 6, Toon Lagoon at 5, Zeus Landing at 4, Jurassic Park at 3, Marvel Super Island 2, Hogsmeade at 1. Chris had Skull Island at 8, Lost Continent 7, Toon Lagoon at 6, Zeus Landing 5, Port of Entry 4, Marvel at 3, Hogsmeade at 2, Jurassic Park at 1. Tracy had Skull Island at 8, Toon Lagoon at 7, Lost Continent 6, Marvel at 5, Jurassic Park 4, Zeus Landing 3, Hogsmeade 2, Port of Entry 1, and Michelle had Toon Lagoon at 8, Skull Island at 7, Lost Continent 6, Jurassic Park at 5, Port of Entry at 4, Marvel at 3, Zeus Landing at 2, and Hogsmeade at 1.
Just a little idea for funsies. What we should do next time we're out there is we should each do our days, and you do it from 8 to 1 in that order, so your day just gets progressively better.
I don't know how many days you're going to think we're going to have there.
Well, there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
So we've got 4 lists. That could be interesting.
So, right. I want you guys to get involved because this is just the four of us, and 4 people ranking them didn't have that. Like, there was times when I was getting people's listing where I had like 3 or 4 all on the same points, and I thought this could end up not being as definitive as I want it to be. It kind of did in the end. As I say, I think there was only a couple that had the same points. So I want to get the listeners involved. I want you guys to send in your 8 to 1, the same way we did, and then I will collate all of those together, and we will have a definitive listeners' Islands of Adventure rankings. So again, all I want you to do is rank them, number 8 being your least worst, or your least favourite worst, and number 1 being your most favourite best land. Send them to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. I will give you until the 10th of January to get these in, so it gives you about 2 weeks at this point, 2.5 weeks. Then I will collate them together and put them together. Collate?
Yes.
It just works, doesn't it?
I guess.
And the next one of these we'll be doing is probably ranking the lands of Universal Studios Florida, which could be interesting.
I think that'll be harder.
Ooh, I like that one.
I think that'll be harder.
There's
no distinct lines between them.
I will give... It was Vincent that kind of put this when he did his ranking of the coasters and the water rides. And I thought, we usually do top 5s, but you can't really do a top 5 of Islands of Adventure because you're only really leaving 3 lands out.
Yeah.
So rather than do a top 5, let's just rank them all.
Yeah. So it's all your fault, Vincent, then. Thanks for giving us homework.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you sending the list in because no one had a clue what this was about when I actually said, I just want you to rank them all. And even Chris, like 2 weeks ago when we were recording, like, is that list not for this? And I'm like, no, that's for something else down the line. But thank you for all being involved.
You're welcome.
I hope you all enjoyed it. If you agree with our list, brilliant. If you don't, get yours sent in. As I say, I would love to get a definitive list. You know the email address, you can send them in to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. And again, I will give you till the 10th of January to get them in. So we are going to wrap this episode up, as we always do, with a Universal Is. And this one comes from Chris Natalini. And considering the time of year, this isn't very relevant, but okay. If you want to get involved, all you've got to do is drop us an email or get it to us however you want, letting us know what you think Universal is in 3 words or less. And for this week, Chris says Universal is Halloween Horror Nights. See you next week.
Guess that wraps things up for another unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. You guys did all right. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest, keyword UUO Podcast. Listen and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, or anywhere podcasts are found. You can find our blog at uuopodcast.com. Send us your spews, which Lou gets your poo recordings, questions, or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Check out our friends, the Theme Park Duo, and our awesome sponsors, Mouse and Muggle Travel Company. So, until next time, don't give up your day job. Say cheese. See you later.